Quote, I play this game for the love of it, my teammates, everyone who's helped me get to this position that believed in me, and to win championships. All this nonsense is not what I'm about. Never has been, never will be. Anyone who's ever stepped between those lines with me knows how hard I go, he wrote. Love me or hate me, but I'm going to continue to grow and get better, all right? So now we've heard from Kyler, but we haven't heard anything yet from the Cardinals organization. Mike T., how would you respond if you were in the Cardinals front office?
I would go see Kyler Murray, and I would go recruit him, because I think one of the things we're seeing in this new paradigm, learning from Aaron Rodgers' situation, Tom Brady, New England, you got to recruit your own. And Kyler Murray gives the Cardinals the best chance to win by far for years to come. So I would make sure he knows how important he is to us. And the one question I would ask guys is this: Kyler, what do you think we can do to help you maximize your leadership abilities? And I would be really curious to see how self-aware he is, how he would answer that question. But make sure that he knew when we left that meeting that this is a partnership. We're going to stand shoulder to shoulder. But for him to maximize his chances to win a championship, he's going to have to grow as a leader.
One thing that, like, I read through this statement, I like the whole thing except for one part, and it's bad. I really think it's bad. Love me or hate me, but I'm gonna wait. Kyler Murray's a love me or hate me guy already? Who doesn't love Kyler Murray? I mean, maybe within the organization he's getting some pushback. Maybe they're talking contract. He doesn't like, but it seems to me the NFL fans love Kyler Murray. What's not to love? So that tells me something about his state of mind. Dan, what are you hearing?
Well, I think he's paying attention to Chris Mortensen's report from Sunday morning, which had anonymous sources talking about saying some strongly negative things about Kyler Murray. So he's responding to that, I think, when he says love me or hate me, because it sounds like there's some people that aren't too thrilled with him in the organization. I think, in addition to what Mike's saying, somebody from the Cardinals, whether it's Steve Keim, the GM, or Cliff Kingsbury, the head coach, needs to come out and say something publicly in support of Kyler Murray, because to let that report sit out there with anonymous sources bad-mouthing him, I don't see how that's productive.
Now, on the other hand, I could see, if this is all coming from pure conjecture, but if it's all coming from, hey, it's pretty soon we got to start talking about the second contract, and he's not hearing what he likes, because the fact of the matter is, Mike T., everything you said about Kyler is clearly true in many ways. He is what people describe they want Lamar Jackson to evolve into in terms of his down-the-field passing combined with the mobility, right? But in the last two seasons, they start out great because he's on the field and healthy. He's not the biggest guy in the world, the attrition through the season, and suddenly they're not so great. Do you think that could be it, Mike? Would you, even with that size concern, you would pay the man and make everything smooth now?
Yeah, absolutely. And here's why. What's your alternative? He's a great athlete. He'd be the best quarterback in this year's draft or next year's draft. So while he's not perfect, pay him and then just figure out how you smooth out these rough edges, as Dan alluded to.
Yeah, unlike Baker Mayfield, the thing that offsets the size may be he's got the legs. He's got the arm, but he's also got the legs, right? Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.